So it's awesome. We do the same thing out there too. If you guys were up here, we'd be standing for you and cheering for you. And a lot of people are winning and getting recognition. Be happy for them, because one day you're going to be up there too, and you want people to be happy for you too. Correct? Right. You know, and I love how Peggy talks, and she says she's direct, and I think that's important that we're direct and honest with people, because life is too short. Life is too short. It is like a flicker. You know what I mean? And we got to make it happen. We got to get results. I touched a little bit in regards to a tough question, which I'm going to role play, and then I want to also go through the process on how to get someone on a fast start, because when you see a lot of people recruit but their premium is down, is because quite frankly, they're not leading the people correctly. In my opinion, they're not being bold and direct. Like, if you can't meet me halfway, here's your IBA back. That's being bold and direct. Because I tell people, look, yeah, it might be bold and direct. It's not that I'm insulting you. I'm just magnifying. When I'm talking to people, it's like putting a mirror in front of them, right? Sometimes people don't like that. But life is too short. If I tell them, look, if I have my zipper down, at least tell me, say, hey, hey, if I got a booger on my nose, at least go, right, just be direct, be honest with people, and now, already checked. And in regards to a tough question, look, you got a tough question, not just your brand new person that you want to get to op night. You shouldn't just tough question the person you're trying to set an appointment with or confirm with, because we don't call it a confirmation, we call it a tough question. So when I'm talking to my downline, I always say, hey, did you tough question? I don't say that you confirm. I say that you tough question. Okay? You don't just tough question them, you tough question your teammates too. Because so many people quit as the ink dries. It's unbelievable. Right. But by the way, when someone leaves Primerica, that's not the first time they've quit. Mm-hmm. Just quitting is their habit. Right. The reason why they leave and they quit Primerica is because they quit on other things. Right. See, I never quit on sports. Obviously I played on a lot of championship teams. I know what it's like to literally have champagne at the end of the season. So I know what it's like to get there early, to leave late. So a lot of those, characteristics, we brought it to Primerica. And if you just bring that here and persevere and be consistent, it's inevitable. We're all going to win. You will be on RVP. Every single one of you. You will have the ring. You will have more diamonds, right? So back to the tough question. This is how it goes. Now I'm going to role play tough questioning to op night. But again, you could do it to an appointment, you could do it to your downline, you could do it to everybody. And the way you tough question is you want to do it you question them about 2 or 3 times. Okay, so, just, okay, all right, cool. All right, let me know if I'm on the way. You want me to stop or, okay, keep going, all right. Okay, all right. Improvise, right? Plan B. Right? Okay, so, yeah, okay, so, all right. So I'm going to role play with you, okay? So what was your name again? Yeah. Jaime. Sorry, Jaime. I remember your face, just names for some reason, but I got to get better, okay? So, Jaime, I won't forget your name over Jaime. Once I get it a couple times. Okay, so I'm going to role play with you, okay? So let's say, I wanted to invite you to op night. Like, you guys invite people to op night, right? Right. Yes? Yes. Okay, all right. So I want to get Jaime to op night. When I tough question, and I confirm my tough question, it should be the day before. Not 2 days, not 3 days, not 4 days, but the day before. Like, we have our op night on Tuesday, Neil has his on Wednesday, and the rest of the RVPs is on Thursday. So our tough questions happen on Monday night. You might say, but Mario, you said we gotta have 2 appointments on Monday. How am I gonna have time to tough question people? You excuse yourself from the appointment. So if I'm in an appointment, say, I gotta make a very important phone call, I'll be right back. And then you go out of the house and you make the phone calls real quick to make sure they're gonna come to op night. So you're organized, you're tough questioning. So I'm gonna role play with Jaime. Okay, Jaime? Okay, so, and we'll go something like this. We're on the phone, okay, so, I'm going to get my phone, okay, and I'm going to call him, and this is how it goes, okay? Ready, Jaime? Okay, just be yourself, okay? All right. Hey, Jaime, how's it going?
Hey, what's up, Mario?
Okay, good. Hey, you got me on your caller ID on your Fab Five or what? So again, I use a lot of humor just to see if they joke, if they laugh. Because again, if they laugh, they're with me. If they don't laugh, then they're not with me. Although my daughter says, Dad, you're not funny. I make people laugh. What do you mean you're not funny? I am funny, right? But anyway, they're like, no, Dad, you pay them to laugh. I don't pay them to laugh. But anyways, all right, ready, Jaime? Okay, so hey, all right, cool. You got me on your Fab Five, Jaime. That's awesome. Hey, look, I know tomorrow is the event. I got you on my VIP list. You know, it's going to be off the hook. It's going to be unbelievable. I put you on a pedestal. I got some people that could relate with you that work in the same field that you do in. I'd love for them to meet you. It's going to be off the hook. I just wanted to confirm and obviously make sure that you're going to be there, which I know you are, because, you know, look, I'm a person, I'm a word. My word is my bond. You know, I don't know you very well, but I'm a good judge of character and first impression, and I feel like you're also that same kind of person, a person of your word. When you told me you were going to be there, I know you definitely meant it. So, I mean, you're definitely going to be there tomorrow, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So now, in regards to you being there, you know, I know if Mama's not happy, nobody's happy, so I know your wife is going to be there too, correct?
Does she have to be there?
Well, is she your best friend?
Yeah, she is.
Okay, great. She's got to be there then. Okay. So it's going to be awesome that she's going to be there, and you're both going to be there. It's going to be off the hook because you know what? It's kind of like if you go to a concert, you like the music, the smoke, the environment, and you try to explain it to your wife or someone else. It's kind of hard to explain or describe. You know, the event. It's going to be that powerful. So I can't wait till you come out now. And here comes a tough question. Now, Jaime, you know, last minute, stub toe, flat tire, cat gets sick. I mean, you wouldn't call me or text me and say you wouldn't come, would you? Okay, great. You know, because, you know, last minute, I'd hate for you to tell me that you had to work late, or you didn't have babysitting, or, you know, you got a flat tire, or, you know, you got the runs, or your bird flew away, or you got shampoo in your eye, or you couldn't find your left shoe. I mean, you wouldn't do that to me, would you?
No.
Okay, great. You know, it's gonna be it's packed house, standing room only. We don't do this very often. The last thing I'd hate is for you to leave me with an empty seat. I mean, you wouldn't leave me hanging with an empty seat, would you? Okay, great. So I can't wait to, you know, see you and my wife meet your wife. It's gonna be off the hook tomorrow. Try to get there a little early because I'm gonna sit you right in the front. Try to get there around 7:20, 7:15. It'd be awesome. And then you have directions, don't you? Okay, great. So it's going to be, if you get lost, give me a call, but, you know, we'll definitely see you tomorrow. I'm not going to bother to call you or text you or anything like that. You already know it's tomorrow. You're not going to forget. And thank you for being honest. Thank you for being a person of your word. Thank you for being there tomorrow. I can't wait to see you. Take care, buddy. Have a good night. So if you... Now, those of you that recorded it, that's pretty awesome. But the reality is that you got to do more of that, okay? Now, how many of you guys believe if you talk to people like that, you would get more people there? Yes? Okay, good. See, I'm telling you, do more of that. Now, I challenged him 3 different ways. I packaged it a little different, but I questioned his manhood. I questioned his integrity. I did that about 3 times, and obviously he's going to be there. Does that make sense? Okay, so now, you do the same thing for an appointment. Okay, so I'm going to role play with Jaime for our visitation, our KT that we have tomorrow. Okay, so here we go. Hey, by the way, when you call him, don't say, is this Jaime? Say, hey Jaime, how's it going? Because how many of you guys have called someone and they're like, oh shoot, no, she's not here, but it's her, or it's him, right? No. Be assumptive, right? So I'd say something like this. Hey Jaime, how's it going? Oh, great. It's going to be awesome. Look, I know that we have our visitation that we set up for tomorrow. It's going to be great. I can't wait till my wife meets your wife. I got your address. You live on 1234 Get Wide out in San Antonio. So it's going to be off the hook. We got your address. Now, last minute, Jaime, you wouldn't call me or text me and all of a sudden say that you forgot that we're going to meet tomorrow, would you?
No.
Okay, great. Because you value your time? Oh, I value my time too, and you know, if we're gonna I'm a professional, I'm committed. You know, when you see the information that we're gonna share with you, you're gonna say, oh man, we should have seen this like yesterday. So, I know that you're definitely going to be there. I got your address. Definitely, I already map quested. We're going to see you there tomorrow. So it's going to be unbelievable. And again, I can't wait to share with you because I know you're going to be very excited with the information that we're going to share with you. So again, last minute, you wouldn't forget and maybe go to the store or something like that, would you? Okay, great. So we'll see you there tomorrow, okay? Okay, great. So I challenged him a little bit, right? That's a tough question, okay? Now, you can also tough question your teammates, okay? So, let's say Jaime's my downline. This is what I would say, okay? I'd say, hey, Jaime, how's it going? Because, by the way, when people are brand new, they're fragile, because I'm going to role play that when we do a fast start. People are fragile. They're just, especially the first week or the first couple months, the probability of them sticking sometimes, they don't focus, right? They get derailed, which is not good. Our dreams and goals are that important. So I'd say something like this. I'd say, hey, Jaime, how's it going? And sometimes they'll be like, they're your downline, So let's say, Jaime, for tomorrow, Saturday training, I know, let's say you have an RVP, because most of you are not RVPs. I would talk about your RVP. Even if it's not true, well, I don't say you lie, but, I would say this. When I was in the base shop, I would say this. I'd say, you know what, Neil was asking about you, Jaime. He was, I know he hasn't seen you in the last couple of training, the last couple of weeks. He was asking about you. He's like, hey, where's that Jaime guy at? And obviously my integrity, my word to Neil is everything. I kind of, like I said, put you on a pedestal. I said a lot of great things about you and your wife and your family. And I know you've been busy. I know you told me that you got softball and, and the other day that, you weren't feeling very good, that you had to go to the doctors and that your kid, fell down and cut her knee and all this stuff that's going on. So I totally understand. I'm in tune to your feelings. In fact, if I was where you're at, I feel the same way. But my RVP's asking about you, and when you filled out your IBA, I felt like you trusted me with your life. And I feel like I'm failing you by not challenging you and not having you come to our office. And I'm telling you, when most people stop coming to meetings, it's just a matter of time before they quit. And I don't want that to happen to you, Jaime. Okay, so can I, get a commitment from you that you're going to be there tomorrow for Saturday training? Can I get a commitment from you that you're going to show up?
Yeah.
Great. So I'm glad you're going to be there, and your wife's going to be there too, right? Sure. Okay, great. It's going to be awesome because, every meeting's a piece of the puzzle, and it's extremely important that, you're both are there. Thank you, buddy, for being there and, for being on my side. I'm definitely on your side. I got your back. And, I know Neil's going to be very excited when he sees you, I don't say that anymore. I say that about me or other people or whatever, or my wife, so, use that as a backboard, okay? So I think all of that is important, okay? So that's how you could tough question your downline. I role play with you how to tough question for op night. I role play with you how to tough question for an appointment. So I'm giving you nuggets. I strongly recommend you use this because some people say, Mario, but that's too direct. That's being pushy. You know what Hector says? You deserve to be broke if you think I'm pushy. That's probably what he says, right? So, it's not pushy. You value your time. You want to get people there. How many of you guys think that people lie? Yes? Okay, good. So people lie. So, even if they're pastors, like, okay, aren't you a pastor? Like, hey, what's going on, right? There's good and bad in everywhere, right? So I think it's important that you challenge them. You might say, Mario, but she goes to Bible study every single night. She's going to be there. I don't have to tough question her. She's a lovely lady. She's super nice. And then when they don't show up, you'll be like, I don't know what happened. She's not answering the phone. She turned her phone off. Hello? Tough question people, guys. Okay, so I wanted to cover that. Then, obviously you guys know how to pick up an IBA. Picking up IBAs is important. So, how are we going to do this? All right, cool. All right, cool. Thanks, bro. Maybe guys. We're improvising.
Whoa.
We need help her. Oh, okay. Cool. Okay. We're okay? Nice. Okay. Wow, way to go.
There you go, Rudy! Woo!
Give it up for Rudy! Rudy! Oh, maybe two. Okay. Now, by the way, when you recruit somebody, like someone asked me down here a question. She's a phenomenal woman, and she said, "We've been recruiting people. We've broken records with recruits and stuff. I just feel like we can't get it over the hump." I also believe it's all the little things that you do with your new people. Like, for example, if I'm training Jaime, by the way, if you have a partner, I recommend your partner does this. Like, if I'm training Jaime and I'm taking him on appointments, then I would have Viviana call his wife and just chat with her at least and say, "Hey, you know what? I'm so proud of you for just being open-minded and just, not being the ball and chain with your husband and really being supportive and not, being negative when he's out on appointments." See, if you catch it ahead of time, you don't have to do all this preventive maintenance afterwards. Including in the presentation or the recruiting presentation or when you're closing for whatever. Handle the objections up front so that stuff doesn't come out at the very end. So have your wife call their wife and say, "Thank you. I can't wait to really earn your friendship and really get to know you. And we're gonna have a lot of fun here. And I really see that." I'm not trying to blow smoke up your what. I truly believe that our kids and your kids could, we're going to raise our kids together. We're going to travel the world together. And those dreams and goals that you and Jaime want, they're going to come true. I know you want to retire your mom. You want to retire your dad. I know you want to really, whatever, do this and do that, or whatever their goals and dreams are. Feed that, have your wife feed that back to her and do that all the time, not just once. Because look, when you recruit someone, that's not the last time you sell the dream to them. That's not the last time you paint a picture to them. So when you recruit someone, do that over and over and over. Like with my people, on a continual basis, I'm always telling them how awesome they are if they're doing great. If not, I don't. I never say I'm proud of you. I say I believe in you. See, and people that know me, if they hear me say I believe in you, they know that it's good, but it's not good. It's good if I say I'm proud of you, but if not, hey, I believe in you. It's going to happen, okay? Keep charging. You could do it, okay? And if I'm proud of them, because why would I tell someone I'm proud of them if I'm not? Okay, again, we don't lie here, okay? So, so anyways, I think it's extremely important that you do that with your people and connect with them, and invite them, for lunch and buy them a cup of coffee and invest time with them and pour belief into them. And see, when we recruit someone, obviously we recruit them because we believe that they could be on RVP. If not, why waste time with people like that? Why recruit them in the first place? Right. You know what I mean? So, you can make up money, but you can't make up time. I don't like wasting my time. My time is valuable. And I share that with people, so I recommend you do the same thing. You recruit someone, invest time with them. But I'm scared. It's uncomfortable, and I don't know them, and people have hurt me. You know how many people have hurt me in my journey that I've been here? I'm going to share a little bit, not too much into details, because everybody's gone through crap, okay? I've invested time with people, and driven with people, and lunches, and dinners, and my birthdays with them, and my kids know their kids, and which sometimes it's not good, because when they leave, it's like, damn, But I always tell my kids, look, there's always, just like that in the Bible, there's always a warning, there's always an example. Okay, Primerica is the same thing. They're teaching you what you should never do and be a quitter. Quitters never win, and winners what? Never quit. Right. Okay, so invest time with people, have lunches with them, especially if they're doing good. They're key players. Like I have this couple right now that's on fire. She took her exam 10 times, but she never stopped coming to meetings. She never stopped bringing people. She never stopped going on appointments. They're business owners, so they understand the entrepreneur mindset of it. Her name is, you're going to see her in the leader's bulletin. She just got licensed like a month ago. Maria and Ricardo Polanco. You'll see them. They're divisions already. They got about 27 people coming to meetings. Obviously, I helped them build that team, but that's okay. Right. They see the long term of it, okay? So, and now those people, man, they've been to our house. We invested a lot of time with them. So I tell people, look, it's like a chess game. So if what's your name? John. If John, I'm playing chess with John, okay? Hear me out, guys. Because see, a lot of people, you don't invest your time wisely. Just because you recruit someone doesn't mean you gotta invest time with them. They gotta earn your time too. Right. But what do you mean, Mario? Well, they gotta move forward. Like for example, if I'm playing a chess game with John and I move, then he should move next. Would you agree? Right. Okay, so I move, John moves. Then I move, he moves. Now what is that move? That move is he goes on appointments. I'm training him, he's going on appointments. He's bringing people to op night. He's answering his phone. He's being coachable, right? Some of you guys recruit people and they don't answer the phone anymore, and it's like, that's not good, right? But anyways, once John stops moving, I don't treat him like crap. When I see him, hey, nice to see you, John. Awesome. And guess what? I take my chest game and go somewhere else. I don't say, oh, I'm sorry, Primerica doesn't work. Oh, it's your fault. My wife's fault. No. He stopped for whatever reason. There's Oscar Myers out there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There is. There's weenies out there. Okay. What's Oscar Myers? Okay. So I take my board here. What's your name? Sandra. So I move. She doesn't want to move. So guess what? I still go with John. If he doesn't want to move, I take my board game, because we're in control of our future, and we go to the next person. What's your name? Jesse. So I move. Jesse moves. I move. Jesse moves. I move. Jesse moves. I move. Jesse moves. Guess what? I'm investing time with him. I'm working with him. I'm working with his thinking. I'm making sure that we're building a team for him, that he's getting promoted, that he's getting his bonus, that he's winning the contest, that he's putting his name in, he's going to be competent, and he's going to be an independent field trainer, and he's moving, I'm moving, he's moving. All of a sudden, John wants to move, and guess what? I take my board here, I'm playing with John, and that's how you do it in Primerica. Don't get stuck with one person. Keep moving, keep getting wider and wider. You gotta, your downline too, right? So, you see, I've been challenged, and I talk to my team like this, guys, because I'm leading from the front end until this day. I haven't arrived. I don't have all the money that I want saved yet. Technically on paper, I'm financial independent. If you include my Senpai, you include my Primerica business, my Primerica stock, which, by the way, I'm not saying this to brag, guys, but I came full-time with $1,000 in my checking account. My Primerica stock, I have close to $200,000 right now. Now, I know some of you guys have more than that. That's awesome. But for me, that's great, okay? All right, so I think that's just that right there, okay? So, I think all that is important, okay, guys? So, but it started with, come on, we gotta go on appointments. I gotta go see this person. I gotta go see that person, right? And play that game with them. Don't get stuck with that one person. Here, this is another one that you gotta remember if you remember anything I tell you today. Look, if you're training 8 to 15 people at one time, you're never gonna have people problems. You're never going to have money problems. Because if I'm training John and he's one of the 15 people and he doesn't want to move, I go to the next person. And then I go to the next person. And when you have training 8 to 15 people, you have appointments all the time. They're setting appointments. And by the way, if you're training 8, I'm giving you all the nuggets. I'm like, man, you guys are going to beat me now, right? So I'm like, should I even share this? I'm going to share another one, okay? If I'm training 8 to 15 people at one time, okay, what's going to happen is this. If they're all stuck, which rarely happens, because they're not calling each other. That's another thing we talk in our office. No exchanging phone numbers, no sideline with sideline. The only people you exchange phone numbers with is people on your team, right? But Mario, aren't we a team? Because our teams, we're gamers. We call each other gamers. But aren't we all gamers? Well, if you want to talk to people, go recruit somebody. Have people on your team. There's no common interest, because eventually that turns negative. But Mario, we know the same cooking recipes together. Hey, we're not here to cook. Okay, we're here to get financial independent. We're here to make money. Okay, so again, but Mario, I've heard this one too. But we like the same music. Look, I understand that, but you want to talk to somebody, you go recruit somebody.